Oh, kids, looks like my video didn't get fixed on the restart. Give me a second here to fix that. Sorry about that. Let's see what I can do here. Just hear the disembodied voice here. And we'll get at least the code up here so we can take a look at the code while I work on getting that video restored. There's the side view, front view not happening. All right, looks like I got to unplug. Had some interesting issues today with some technology kind of failing. I had a sound card fail. All right, one more time. Let's see if we can trigger OBS to find that camera out there. Switch to the other camera, come back. There we go. Not bad. Do we have sound? Because it's like sound died again on me getting out of here. We have sound. Holy cow. Sci-fi, I like this guy. Let's go this out in the house. Nice code base alpha. Yeah, so still same problem with OBS though. I think I got a sound card that was kind of unreliable is my sense on this. And I bet there's no way to fix it now. So I cannot hear the sounds from the different scenes. Let me just quickly try that and then come back in. Sounds okay for you. Yeah, you get it. I just don't is the problem. We'll try and do this. I've done the show once before with this. The downside is it's harder to get my attention, right? If you switch the scene to something that normally would play sound, I won't hear that. Let's see if we can hear it now. Desktop audio out. Please work OBS. Would love for this to work. The interesting thing is I can hear the music. Looking at a wait cursor here. I always wonder when OBS freezes if it's still able to stream or if you guys see a break in it. Let me switch over to, I think this is not responsive now. I'm clicking on the scroll bar, it's not sliding. Waiting for that to recover. Come on. OBS is totally not responding. There it is, it just started kicking in, responded. Let's see. All right. Well, too bad for that. Yeah, it looks like my sound card was intermittently disconnecting, reconnecting. I've seen with OBS. You know what? I'm going to try starting the stream again, I think. I'm going to try, dare I should really try to shut down OBS and try this one more time? Hold on, my default mouse. Nope, that's right. Default output device needs to be, it's, yeah. Hold on. Let's open up my sound layout here. The setup is so complex. The smallest failure. How you doing, everybody? Deepwater, good morning to you, buddy. Just having some sound problems here. I want to just check all my settings. Desktop out is what should be coming out down here. Yep, that's matching. Yeah, everything's matching, unfortunately, and I'm not hearing the sound effects in coming out of. And how sound quality is good over there, right? Deepwater, Codebase Alpha. Is that right? Not having any kind of double echo or anything like that. I'm also going to I'm going to turn something off here. I'm turning off my desktop audio settings. So no issues here. I just turned off my desktop audio setting. Anything happen? Any difference? Okay. I'm going to assume there's no difference with that. That's good. up. Setting out. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Wait, what's going on with the mic? Check, check, check. Oh, wrong one, wrong dial. Here we go. Check, check, check. There we go. All right. Yeah, check, 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 check. So it's interesting. So I do, that looks like it's going to sound better. Yeah, Coding Gorilla's here. Hey, Coding Gorilla. Thanks for that, though. I appreciate that. Quiet side, but okay. Yeah, I bumped up the mic volume a little bit. It's interesting. When I do the Dragon Humper show, turns out I'm screaming a lot. And so I got to crank the volume down, and I got to remember to crank it back up. Good. Okay, good. Glad you're with me. So you guys can hear sounds. I can't. Any of the sounds that have to do with the scenes, I won't be able to hear them. So I'll do my best to keep my attention over here on the chat, and we will we'll move forward on this. Yeah, you're looking at my slides for checking all the settings here, all the way across the board before we go. And so look at all my notes here. This is my layout, my sound system here, and all the settings. That's kind of what it takes to do a show with a bunch of guests and have independent volume control over both for the Skype guests, which is happening on this one right here, and then also for my own headphones, so I can individually control Skype volume or desktop, and for you kids out there, which has desktop out Skype and mic individual controls. That's the setup. If I didn't have guests and I wasn't also simultaneously sharing my stream with them, and by the way, notice this. Look at how taped over this thing right here. Don't touch that. Don't move that. Yeah, this would be a lot easier to do if I didn't have guests that also needed to simultaneously see the stream. But that's one of the technical challenges in doing the Dungeons and Dragons show the way we're doing it. Yeah, we're totally pushing the edge of almost reality, I want to say, in terms of what's available technically to make all this work. We can close that down. I'm going to be recording a 5-minute introduction to Code Rush.
We need your help.
All right.
Here, I am.
Blast that alien scum, Dennis Q7. All right, so here's kind of where we left off yesterday. I was working on this test case, and I think we've got this at a point where the test case is passing. We need to kind of get back in this space here because there's kind of a fundamental problem up here in this space. And the problem is that if I go to cast a spell, like I've just hit Chaos Bolt level 1, now I'm going to switch to Chaos Bolt level 2, it's not changing the damage health extra dice. It's not changing those. It only does it when I click on roll attack. Watch. Okay? Which is problematic. Because what if I type something in there between those two events? So what if I type something in here, I make a change, it's going to be overwritten when I actually click roll attack. So fundamentally, I've got to change this, and I want to make it so that I'm getting the dice roll and then taking the dice roll and filling in these values based on the dice roll. That's what I'm going to try and do. I also kind of want to look at this side by side to make sure my dice roll has everything I need to be able to hold on to all the pieces from here to see if there's anything I need to add here. So the player role options, that I think is this piece right here. So let's just double check that. Player role options has an ID, an inspiration, which is something I can fill in right here. Whoops, let me close down my... Do I have it running yet? I don't. Hold on a second. Starting and bring up the Dungeon Master.
Lady.
And let me, what's two? Oh no, I have two of these up. Interesting. Let's close one. Ah, look who's here. Pudding. Wow, pudding. Always when I'm trying to focus, pudding. Here we go. Let's hide the scroll. Sorry, that's what I wanted to do. All right, let's go. Let's get Visual Studio. Oh, come on, please, just go over there. Just there. You're always trying to focus, Mark. It's true. I am always trying to focus. Here's the D&D app. Okay, so we've got what the vantage kind is. So it's going to be normal, advantage, disadvantage. What the inspiration is, the player ID. Those are the three things there. So that's what's happening here. Okay, so those are my player options. This part of the UI is covered by this line of code right here, by that data. That data is held there. Trailing effects is something done later, so that's just passed on down. We don't need to worry about that. On first contact effect, also done later. There's no UI here. Spell name is not in here, but it is something we kind of need to know. So like if I click on here, I want this to say, maybe instead of roll attack, to say cast chaos bolt, something like that. Okay, num halos we can ignore, crit fail, these messages are taken care of later. I've got additional dice on hit here, and the message is there, so we've got both of those. What else? This is covered by my damage dice right here. And I think that what I want to do is rename this. I want to rename this now. Let's do that. We need to also worry about dice layer.ts. Let's open up another instance of Visual Studio. Bring that up. Let's close down the scrolls. You guys beat me to it. Thanks so much. Opening a second instance of Visual Studio. Close that down. We don't need that up. And one of the other things that's kind of interesting about this, check this out. This is the lighting service. And this is for my laptop. This basically cycles the lights on my laptop keyboard and the light on the back. It takes like 6% of the CPU. I think that could be optimized. That's my feeling on that. That's based on the research I've done. Okay. Where does I need to go to? Dicelayer.ts. Get dice roll data. Bye-bye lighting service, yeah. Okay, here's where it says the changes need to take place. So I wanted to rename damage dice to better match the UI piece, which is damage health extra dice. And it's also HP hit point capacity as well. I'm going to just call it damage health extra dice. We're going to do that. So we'll rename it here, damage, health, extra dice, like that. Copy that to the clipboard. And then we're going to come over to here. Look for damage dice. Rename it stuff. Absolutely. Well, look at this. I already renamed it down below. That gives me a good feeling inside. Let's go look for this. Make sure it's only in here. Okay, so it only occurs in 2 places. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to change it there, paste it in there. Repeat my search. I think it was, no, not there. I wanted to repeat the other search. I don't think I need this comment anymore. Roll dice, dice roll DTO. Yeah, we're okay. We're going to get rid of that. Hey, Greg. How you doing? Greg joined us last night for Dragon Humpers. We did last night. It was okay. I didn't mind it. I was like, I miss Bald Bearded Builder, though. Holy cow, that guy's funny and makes the show super funny. Hopefully you'll join us Sunday night when we come back. Yeah, you know, work in progress. It's only like our 3rd show, I think. We're still getting through technical issues on it, but it's really not bad. Well, look, I've got a layering problem here with the overlays. What's happening here? Dragon front is down. Yeah, this is a problem with OBS. OBS does not... There we go. Kind of better aligned there. OBS has some serious issues with regards to positioning and placement of items. And if you move something on one scene, you can actually end up moving things on another scene without realizing it until you get to that scene. And I've got like over 200 scenes here, kids. So like sometimes, that's why sometimes you'll see me jump up on some scenes. Genisku 7, where are you? Lots of explosions and huge Yoda destroying the UFO. Yeah, I think you may have missed Genisku 7. He was here earlier. He showed up earlier. Oh, Pudding says so. Sorry about that. Tell you who I'd love to see, Retro CRT coming in. But I can't dance to music, kids, because I can't hear the music because OBS is in a mood this morning. It's in a mood. That's the best I can say. Okay, so we made that change down here to support the change up here. That feels better. Let's go back here to side-by-side view. Look at the different pieces here. Hidden threshold, pretty sure. There it is right there. Uses magic is right there. Group inspiration. There it is right there. Okay, so we've got, basically I'm worried about this space right in here. Everything between the word hidden threshold and down here at the bottom. Vantage kind. So this is kind of the to do remove kind. I think this means remove vantage kind right here. I think because I'm already setting that on the individual player role options is why I specified that. Let's see what's going on low level here. Okay, hold on. Let's go back up to where we were the first one we found. Let's do a tap to next reference here. So we are kind of setting it in at this point. And we're checking it here. I remember when we had to do all these things in our heads or on paper in order to enjoy a game of D&D. Now you just got some computer doing it all for you. That's why kids are stupid nowadays. I'm sorry, Coding Gorilla. That might be true. Might be really true. My fault. All right. And we are using it, so I can't get rid of it yet. So I'm going to say right now, ID20's for player is coming in using Vantage kind is what, the third parameter. We're using it in here. Yeah. We throw out 2 D20s. So we need further, we can't immediately just dismiss this as something that's not used. So we can't quite get rid of this yet. So I'm not going to worry about that. Min crit. I don't have a field for it, but it is something that is specified by some spells or some capabilities. In other words, instead of a 20 being a critical hit, a 19 or a 20 could be a critical hit. Modifier, I think that's out here somewhere. Oh, it's this one right here, that field. Now, what is the kind? Is it attack, damage, health, hit point capacity, extra, skill check, flat, cast, casting a spell? These pieces right here, is that what's left? I've got min damage here, and I have a damage type specifier. Damage type is there. If it's a saving throw, that's this ability piece right here. That's there. If it's a skill check, that is skill check here. That's taken care of. What's roll scope? Active player individuals. Okay, cool. So this is covered by roll scope, which means if I say everyone, it's going to say individuals and just fill the whole list. And if I say individuals, so these two for roll scope are the same as individuals right there. Maybe I can put a comment here that says everyone is here too. So all the individuals. The feature is usually called threat range. At least it used to be. Incoming, look out. Look out, there he is, right there, kids. Look at that. Amazing flying. It's Jetsam.
In the house.
All right. Jetsam's in the house. Threat range. We're talking about scope, Codebase Alpha. We're talking about roll scope. I don't know if that's what we're talking about. This is not, I'm just saying who's rolling the dice here. Okay? Whether it's the active player or not. That's all that's happening there. Oh, the critical. Min crit is called threat range. Interesting. Okay. Cool. I think the answer is everything in here we have. Oh, I just want to check these to make sure we have dice roll type. That should give us all of these. So attack, damage only. Do I see damage only? There it is right there. Health only there. Hit point capacity is here. Extra is there. Skill check. There. Casting a spell. There. No die roll required. Saving throw. Must be here. There's a death saving throw. Oh, do I have a death? Yeah, I have death saving throw right there. What about regular saving throw? Where is that? There it is right there. Okay. Percentage roll. Good. Got it. Inspiration only. Got it. Initiative. Got it. Wild magic check. Sure, I've got that somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Right there. Wild magic roll is right there. Bend luck. Add and subtract. Got both of those. So these two. Luck roll high and a luck roll low. I got everything. Okay. So what that means now. Hold on. Where are we here? This guy. Bring this back up here. Yeah, there were a lot of lookup tables and books and stuff, but we had a DM that was like a crazy D&D genius. He remembered everything and could do it all in his head. Yeah, that's super cool to have. Yeah, you probably should have worked for NASA or something. No, it's awesome. Yeah, in writing these rules, I'm getting, I guess, at least a little bit more knowledgeable in writing in understanding, digesting the rules and then writing the code for it. It certainly is, it certainly leads you in that direction, but I don't think I claim to have the numbers in my head for the tables because there are a lot of tables. Super interesting. Your team probably did what I do, just winged it, making calls that feel right. That could happen too. Although my guess is that it wouldn't be too hard to verify who was right or not, right? To go grab a table and say, oh my gosh, those are the right numbers. Still takes a lot of skill. Yeah, I agree. It does. It takes a lot of skill to get a sense. The role of DM is super challenging, especially for if we want it to be like a funny show like we're trying to do for the Dragon Humper show. You got to be funny. You got to know improv. You got to be a good storyteller. You got to have multiple voices that you can do. And you got to know the rules of D&D. You got to get a sense when energy is dropping. You got to have a sense of balance as well. We started doing a new thing on last night's show where in order to get balance, if somebody hadn't been jumping in or talking a lot, the DM, instead of asking the question, what do you guys do? The DM's going to go right to that player like, Willie, what do you want to do? Or Fred, what do you want to do? That sort of thing. I've been DMing since forever, Codebase Alpha. Oh, really? It's too bad our show is on so late. It's got to be, I bet it's tough for you to see that. What did I want to do? I brought this up for something. Fred wants to keep rolling 20s. Yeah, he does. Right, Fred? Fred likes to, drop down when like certain fanfares. I swear his rolls are broken. You think they're broken because he keeps rolling 20s or that he doesn't roll 20s? I'm not sure Fred is rolling 20s. What do you mean? I'm going to throw a flat D20 out right now. Oh, I clicked on everybody. Fred is that one right there. Okay, so now let's do this. I want to make it so that when I activate a shortcut, I want to get the dice roll associated with the shortcut, and then I want to fill this in immediately, all of this. That's my goal. And then, so goal is to change the way the UI is working here. And to make it very specific about what's happening here. Is this called at all? I don't think this is called. This is the one that's called. At the very least, we've refactored this, so this is really, really nice here. That's what I want. Set control UI from roll. Actually, I want to do that here, no matter what. That's what I want this to look like. So let's call this one old right here. Let's close down the scroll here. Like that. And let's rename this to just like this. Let's start writing this code. Set control UI from roll. Here, let's declare it. I want to have a setting internally kind of field variable. So when, there it is right there. Set it equal to true here. Set up a try finally. By the way, this is super fast, right? Once this is on the clipboard in CodeRush, it goes like this. ST to set to true. TF for try finally. And drop a marker there, come down here, and then SF to set to false. Like that. And then, I'm not sure if I'm using this currently am I using this at all? Am I checking it? Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. When in my text change event handlers, I want to, hey, if setting internally, then we want to get out of there. That sort of thing. Set control UI from roll. So that's what we were doing right there. Yeah, way too late for you, Codebase Alpha. Yeah, it's like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning when it starts. On Dragon Numbers, are you playing Published Adventure, the one the DM created? Totally custom adventure. Right now we're doing Secret of the Black Rose is what we're doing. So, yeah, so that's kind of where we are on that. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit, I need to rethink the time, I think. Maybe roll it back to earlier in the day on like a Sunday. So more people can see it between the West Coast of the United States and Central Europe, maybe even as far out as Eastern Europe. I think that's a better idea. Okay. So here we are, set UI from role. Let me go through. I want to continue to tab to next reference on setting internally. And I just want to collect. Here we go. I'm looking for these. And I'm going to grab that, copy the clipboard, Alt-Shift-Home to get back to where I was, paste it. Alt-Shift-Home to continue to get back where I was and continue my tab to next reference right here. Okay, modifier. Alt-Shift-Home gets me up here. Alt-Shift-Home gets me back down. Got a couple of these in a row I can grab. Just getting the names of these things here so I know what I need to change. Any more? Looks like I don't have any more for a while. Let's continue to tab to next reference. Is that it? Come on. Let's go to... Maybe actually I'm okay. Because these controls are only acting as temporary storage. Only temporary storage right there. So I think I might be okay. I don't think I need anything else that says, hey, are we setting internally or not on, because I don't have any event handlers on the other things. What does the flag setting internally do? So the idea is this: if I'm going to change the text in a text box like this, that's going to fire its onChanged event. When its onChanged event occurs, then we have other triggering side effects that occur, and I don't want those side effects to occur. So I just want to get out of here when we change it internally. But otherwise, if the human changes it, I might want to come in here and do this right here, execute this side effect code, for example. So that's what setting internally is doing. Okay. All right. So I've got to go. I'm going to have to find the other pieces by hand. That's what I'm going to have to say. So damage_dice.text is equal to damage health extra dice. Okay, that's number one. Is equal to modifier dot toString. What's happening here? Why are these underlined? Does not exist. Really? Or maybe I renamed him. All right, hold on. Guess we'll have to just go out to the XAML and find it. See if I can find it. Oh, I see. Okay. It's probably lowercase is probably what it is. There it is. TBX modifier. Okay, what else do I got? TBX. What is that? Is that my group inspiration? It is. It's my group inspiration. I wonder if I can do a rename here like that. Looks like I can. All right. Okay. There's my group inspiration. In damage. Got my modifier ready. Temp HP. No, that's outside the scope of it. Temp HP control is it's right here. So that's outside the scope. Oops, sorry. Fred's blocking that. It's right there. So that's that text box. I don't need that one. Wealth Delta, don't need. Damage dice I got above. What's my damage? Oh, I know what that is. That's this right here. That's this text box right there. Okay. Health is there. Group inspiration. Code. What's code? Oh, it's out here on debug. Okay, got it. So I got a lot of stuff out there. I see. I don't think I have any more text pieces. Oh, add additional dice on hit. I've got that one. Okay, so that takes care of my text boxes. But I also have 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 combo boxes, and I've got a sequence of radio buttons. Did I get my modifier? Yeah, I did. My hidden threshold, did I get that? I did not get my hidden threshold. TBX, hidden threshold. Text is equal to dice roll. Okay. Group inspiration uses magic. I don't have either. I need to get uses magic. CKB uses magic. That is checked. Is equal to dice roll dot is magic. Okay. So I've taken care of hidden threshold. Group inspiration. I think I should order these in the same way as I see them on the form. Hidden threshold, group inspiration. Hidden threshold uses magic, group inspiration. Oh, watch this. This is an awesome use of Code Rush's. I just took a screenshot of this, and now I'm going to come in here and paste the screenshot in. Then I'm going to crop it. Like that. And it's really the image scale. I'm going to resize it out to here a little bit more. All right, just so we can get a sense and see it. Oh, I'm sorry. It was the image scale. I just zoomed out. Okay, so there we go. Nice. So now we've got the piece we're working against in the code. And I find that this is like super useful to do this in, it's super useful to do this temporarily, right? Sometimes I'm just going through and I want to just visually get there, have everything in sight while I'm working through. And all I did is I took a screenshot of the app, came in, pasted it inside of a comment, cropped it, and now I've got the two. I've got everything really close together. Almost makes having 5 monitors superfluous. Yeah, almost. But I've got 4 monitors, not 5, so it's okay. So yeah, really nice use of Code Rush's embed image. So, all right, so now we'll look through these here. So hidden threshold is there, uses magic is there, group inspiration is there, modifier is next, right there. Then we have the attack kind. So it's the radio button thing that we need to worry about next. So after modifier, I think it's going to go like this. We need dice roll dot, die roll kind. What is it? Is there kind? No. Type. I think it's type. Got the word type in it. Type. Dice roll type. There it is. So I'm going to take that, cut that to the clipboard, and I'm just going to type in SW for switch statement, and CodeRush is going to give me that, right? So it sees it's an enum, and it's going to build the entire switch statement for me. And so now what I can do is I can say, okay, let's set the radio button. And in fact, let's just extract this whole thing into its own method so that we can do this. So we'll hit the CodeRush key. By the way, notice CodeRush is right behind Fred here. I'll hide Fred for a second. CodeRush is, hold on. Let's do this again. Selection increase. Watch this. So notice CodeRush at the top is showing me the top of the selection, even though I can't see it. Let me drop the selection back down in. Now it shows me right there that I've got the whole switch statement selected there. It's happening right behind the coins up there at the top there, but you can see that just a little bit coming out. And that's CodeRush just showing me top of selection if it's out of view. So I'm going to take that, hit the CodeRush key, choose extract method is what I want to do. And we're going to call that set roll type UI. Kobe Self says, I noticed that feature for the first time today. Almost freaked me out. Well, I'm glad it almost freaked you out and maybe not entirely freaked you out. Right? We want to take care of each other in these times. That's why we write these features, right? To take care of you. So we're going to call set to roll type UI. That's going to come in here, and we just got to get those radio buttons here. The none, I'm not sure what to do on the none. I may move that out to the default. Maybe we'll make the default be a flat D20. So I think I'll get rid of that too, or should I not? I don't know. I'm debating over what's easiest to read here. RB flat. No, what do I have here? Do I have a flat, something with the word flat in it? What? Oh, I see why. Here's the problem. It's not finding it because it's static. Let's get rid of that. Hit escape to jump back to the marker I dropped. And we're going to say flat. There's it is. RB flat D20 dot is checked equals T spacebar or tab, depending on how you expand, gives you that whole thing there. So flat D20 is checked is equal to true. I'm just going to copy this to the clipboard now. We're going to come in here and grab more of these. Or actually, you know what I could do is this. Watch this. Let's select that right there. Control-Alt-M with, Control-Alt-Enter. That's what I mean to say. With CodeRush's multi-select. Now let's select the whole piece, copy to the clipboard. Now watch this on the paste. Okay, and now it's selected that part for me, and now I can start typing in something else, like, what do I want here? Skill check, like that. Dot is checked is equal to true, like that. Come down here, paste. Attack, is that an option? RB attack, there it is right there. Come down here, paste. Got a saving throw. There we go. Nice, see how that makes it so much faster to write that code? All right, down here we got a death saving throw. There it is. So very cool stuff. All right. Whoops. RB percentage roll. There it is. Wild magic. Bend luck add. Show you another way we could do this. Watch this. Control Alt Enter there. Control Alt Enter there. Copy that to the clipboard. Come down here and paste. Change this to bent luck subtract. Come down here. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, not paste. Here, let me do this again. Here's what I want to do. Let's delete the rest of these, or at least comment them out. Like that. All right, one more time. Control Alt Enter there. Control Alt Enter there. And now Shift Enter. Now watch this. Oh, CodeRush issue. I got to show that. I gotta do this. If I do it again, hold on. All right, let's report the issue. All right, kids, watch this. This is, I'm going to Control-Alt-Enter here, and I'm going to Control-Alt-Enter here. Select that and hit Shift-Enter to duplicate selection. It correctly gets here, right? That's the next enum element. Now I'm going to hit Shift-Enter again. I want it to get the next one. Watch what it does. It gets it here, but it fails to get the new piece down here. That's the issue. I want it to be able to figure out both of those and keep going all the way down, right? Because it's there, right? See what I'm saying? So, all right. So work on that, look on that, look into that, see what we can do and fix there. All right, here we go. Let me report that issue. Duplicate selection with multiple links and an enum. See if our devs can make that even more awesome. All right, so we got to luck roll low. We'll go ahead and uncomment this, take the rest of the way out there. Okay. Come down here. Let's do what we were doing before. Copy to the clipboard, paste it down here. Luck roll high. Paste, whoops, not there. Paste and damage only. Paste, health only. Really? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Paste must be extra. Paste. Do I have a Chaos Bolt option? I think I might actually. Let's go look at the UI. Interesting. I do not have a Chaos Bolt option. I'm going to call it attack. Let's just do this. Well, let's do this. All right. And come down here and paste. Initiative. Wild Magic. Okay. What is this? Add on dice. Add on dice is not an option in here. I'm going to call it extra. Do I have a non-combat initiative? I don't remember that one either. I want to actually add another. I want to add a non-combat initiative radio button. I think is what I want to do. Let's jump in here, find it, create a second one of those. Non-combat initiative right there. What are we doing inside our event handler here? Okay. There's my non-combat initiative. Similarly, I want to do something down here. There we go. Okay. Jump back to where we were. Right here. Okay. So there we've added that. Should I add Chaos Bolt while I'm here? I don't know. It's a super special kind of roll because the damage is determined afterwards. We'll keep going down here is what we'll do. I think Control-Alt-V gets me my last smart super mega paste is what we call that. So, or mega super paste. Control-Alt-V gets me my last one. So even though I've copied other things to the clipboard since, I can now Control-Alt-V to bring it back in here. And so we'll say HB capacity. Is that what I got? Hit point capacity. Cool. And then down here, one more last, I'll Control-Alt-V now. Cast simple spell. Cast other spell. And I'm going to rename this to cast simple spell. All right, so we've taken care of a number of these. Skill check, though, there's additional stuff we want to do. But I think this is going to take care of, I'm going to just have this hyper mega giga paste coming soon. I hope so. I hope we can do something really awesome. Yeah, I was like, we're calling this mega super paste. And everybody's like, what? So it's not bad. It's really not bad. You know, it's like, it's not a bad feature. It is not uber polished though, but it's certainly functional enough that it's really useful, I think. Like you saw me go down through here using it. It certainly saved me keystrokes to generate all this code. Duplicate selection would have been even better had there been a one-to-one correspondence between the names of the enums and this piece that we were changing here. So that would have been really super cool, but it wasn't bad. When you use coders to generate a block of code like this, and it's just like bam, 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 that's when it's really super cool. And sometimes you can get that. So, okay, so I'm not gonna add the additional code here because this is just sets the role type UI and that's all it's doing. I'm really thinking about that Chaos Bolt. What am I doing with Chaos Bolt? Right now I'm just setting the attack to true. It is an attack and that's currently how we're sending it out. Where would I put that? We'd have to be close to attack. I could put it on the same line here. I think I'm going to do it. Just let's get a new event handler for that. Actually, let's do this. Let's just build it right there in the code. Let's first dive into this. Duplicate that selection. I'm feeling that, like that. Then now I can come back to, let's here, jump out of here. Okay, hold on. I have another CodeRush issue to report here. We don't seem to be dropping a marker in the XAML. Is that possible? So I'm right here and I want to do go to definition. I'm hitting my shortcut. Let's see if it works right here where I say go to definition with a menu. And then I want to hit escape. Do I jump back? No, I did not jump back. Okay, so that's not cool. Not cool at all. So go into options here. If you look at, we go into options, we'll bring up markers. My go to definition should absolutely, no, sorry, hold on, marker. Let's do that. Let's go to markers page. Drop markers and templates. Of course I want to drop markers and templates. Ah, that could be why my try finally didn't drop a marker. I was like, wait, do I not see that? Drop marker before jump. Drop a system marker when leaving a text field. I'm missing no on that. Show systems marking center. Okay, drop markers and templates. So I've got drop marker before jump enabled. That's enabled, and it's not dropping a marker over here when I hit my shortcut to do jump to definition. When I hit escape, it's not doing anything. Let's drop a marker here. Come back over here one more time. Go to definition. It should drop a marker there. I hit escape. It just picks up that other marker. It's just if it doesn't see it. So, so we got to fix that. Okay. Let me close that issue up. Close up the reporting that issue. No drop marker on jump from XAML. Fix that, kids. Fix it. All right. So we got Chaos Bolt thrown in here at the end. It's okay. It's not bad. So next we have to set these three pieces right here. Is what we have to do. Let's go get back to where we were in the code. We need more marker drops, says Coding Gorilla. Yeah, need more marker drops. Okay, that also means though, hold on, I can come in here. Let's go find our extra only. Just using tab 10x reference here. So I can go find that because I'm not anticipating we have a lot of these in the code. There's what I was looking for, right around here. Because I wanted to do this in here. I wanted to say RB Chaos Bolt. Use checked is true. Okay. Use tab to next reference here to get back. And so the role type UI, we've set the role type radio button. And then I want to say, whoa, oh, it was selected. Okay. Then I want to say, I want to stick with my convention I'm using here that if it modifies the UI, I'm going to end it with UI. Like that. If it modifies the UI, so I know at a glance if a method is modifying the UI or not. Then I want to set combo boxes. Set combo box UI. Set role combo box UI.
Copper Beardy is in the house.
Copper Beardy, how you doing? Mr. Announcer guy, Surly. I think we gotta not let Surly Dev make pull requests. That's what I think. It's not my fault for accepting it. Coding Gorilla drops a marker. Yeah. Check out Copper Beardy's stream. Do it later. When he's actually streaming. Check it out. Okay, so let's do this. Create this, type in M for method, space bar, paste, enter, and wait, hold on a second. I am putting this in the wrong spot. I feel like this came out of the wrong spot as well. Enable role type. Yeah. I'm like slightly confused as to why these lines are here. It seems like they're in the wrong place. Yeah, that's not where I wanted to be. Drop a marker here. Um, set control UI from roll. This is where I wanted it to be. Right here. It looks like I put the set roll type UI. Hold on. Wait, do we have the two different bits of code here? Set roll type radio button UI. Did we just create a second method that's very similar to the first? I bet we did. That's how I got disoriented on it. One does it from the dice roll. The other does it passing in a type. Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Let's decompose parameter here. So instead of taking in the dice roll, I'm going to pass in only the dice roll type. We're going to do that. So step one is that fix. We got essentially two methods that are identical. This one we just did should have been the one that's correct. I just want to make sure that chaos bolt goes to attack. It's a little hard to compare these visually. Are we in the same method? We are. Okay. So this is the one I want to call. This is the one. No, sorry. This is the one that I want to delete. Yeah, look at that. And it's essentially doing the same thing, but it was incomplete. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rename this to the other one, unresolvable conflicts. That's okay, I want it. So now I've renamed all the calls to this new one. Now I'm going to use selection increase and delete to get rid of it, like that. So that should now be fixed, and we should now have the better version of that right here, where we have for each one of these elements, including chaos bolt, we have it. And even, oh, here, non-combat initiative, this should be our new one, which is RB non-combat initiative is checked. Important bug fix there. Okay. So that is good right there. It's going to change the song. And now we can get rid of this. And I like to make both of these uppercase letters in the UI abbreviation. Okay, so now we've done the roll type UI. That's going to take care of all of this. Then we want to do do the combo box stuff in a second. I think we've done everything else. After the roll type UI, it's damage dice, min damage, additional dice on hit. Oh, and we need the additional message. We missed that piece right here. See, there's the value of not, going back and forth or having to move my eyes far to see it. There's message right there. So it's going to say TBX. Additional message, add dice on hit. That's what I want. Like that. Then set roll combo box UI. We can do that. That would take care of all of these. We haven't written that yet, but that'll take care of all three of those. Set roll scope UI. You pass the dice roll in here. Add parameter dice roll like that. Cool. Still haven't written it yet, but we'll get there. The roll scope UI is going to set these buttons here, and I think all of this. So we want to pass in the dice roll there as well. Is that fair to do? When we create something new, I think it's fair to do. And then so what I want happening is I want the dice roll to essentially effectively be the data source. That's how I kind of want to think about it for all of these pieces, all of these control elements out here. Doesn't make sense to actually do that in the XAML. Because right now I'm writing code to kind of transfer from one place to another. And I'm trying to think, doesn't make sense to, yeah, it's a little tricky. And part of the reason it's tricky is because this piece here, I think, is built dynamically based on what players we know are out there. I think this UI is dynamically built. So I'm going to say we're not going to do it for now. And later I'll come back and look at this and make it, and change it later if I want to do that. So set role scope UI is the next thing we need to create. Let's do that. That what we're writing is this dummy method we put up yesterday. So let's get rid of that. It's actually, before we get rid of that, let's make sure it only shows in that one place. So just tap the next reference. Yeah, okay, we're good. That's what I want right there. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. So we'll scope UI is there. If dice roll.roll scope equals roll scope.active player, then we're going to say RBN active player dot is checked equals true. Else, we have a little bit trickier situation here now because it could be individuals or everyone. I think I'm going to just take a shortcut here and say RB individuals dot is checked is equal to true. That's what I think I'm going to do. And in fairness, there's nothing in the game or the rules that modifies the role scope. It's only done in the UI. So I'm really not going to need to change this. This piece is unlikely to ever have to change, I think, actually, or to actually check checkboxes in this space here. I don't think I'll ever need to do that. I think we're fine on this for now as that is. So now we're left with the combo boxes. It's the last thing we have to do. So we need to check to see, we essentially need another switch statement on the type. So type in SW, spacebar with that on the clipboard. But now I want to look only at the pieces that have combo boxes. Put a comment in the code saying this code will never change. And let's see. I love that. Where the heck was I? I'll come back to that. Well, let's do that. Let's go do that right now. Set roll scope UI. Could we solve this alpha? Can you give me one of your emotes in the chat room so I can throw that out here? There it is right there. I love the picture. The pondering picture. Pasting that in right there. All right. So there we go. Mark says his method will never change. Code Alpha says, let's see. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Happy to get my comeuppance live on this show. We've come close a few times. Dangerously close. All right. Combo box UI. So now we're down here. So let's see. The skill check, the saving throw. What are my combo boxes that are out there? Now let's use tap to next reference here. Get to where we were. What are my combo boxes? Damage type is the third one. Skill check, saving throw, and damage type. So now we're going to say, get to find damage type. Oh, no, wait. The roll type is, so hold on a second. Did I delete anything here? I took out attack. Attack has a damage type. Actually, maybe let's not care about the damage type. Let's not do that. Let's instead just go down through and grab the pieces we want. So, for example, we've got saving throw right here. I think we could do something like this. Switch saving throw, and then come in here and say CB, CMB for combo box. Saving, CBX, is that what my abbreviation is? Which should be just CB. Is that it? Is it called CB ability? Yep. That's what we're calling it. Okay. So CB ability dot selected item. How am I populating this, by the way? Am I doing the same manual population here? I am. Yeah, because I need to do this. Ugh. Okay. So I'm going to have to do, I think, a text search through the items. That's what I think I'm going to have to do. Same thing here. What if Rory wants it changed? You never know. Well, if Rory wants it changed, then we're going to change it. Because Rory never wants something unless it makes a lot of sense to do it. You know why? Because
He's awesome!
He's awesome. How do I want to do this? I almost think I want to do this. I want to break this up into several methods like this. And I want to say set skill check. And then I want to set damage type. Like that. Let's build these. These, I think, are the last pieces, at least in this direction, that we need to work on. So I want to say, hey, if damage type equals damage type dot none, then I want to go to my CB damage selected index. I want to set that equal to, I think, 0. I wonder if I can do this. I think damage type is in this order. None through condition. What's it look like on the XAML for damage type? None. Doesn't have condition, but it goes all the way to thunder. That's what it goes to. Yeah, I think, but these don't have indexes, though. The values of them are not the same. What if we did this? What if we did an else, pasted this here? What's the next one after none? I want to get the order. The next one's acid. Change this to a 1. And we duplicated this. We changed this after acid to what's after acid? Bludgeoning. We changed this to bludgeoning and we changed this to 2. And now I shift enter on it. Is it not going to keep going? What's after bludgeoning? Cold. I feel like I should be able to get nope, it's just going back and forth. It's not seeing the forward motion there of it. Let's try telling it just to look at these two. Duplicate it, cold, duplicate it one more time. There we go. I just had to do that. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. All right, cool. All right. So it goes like this. So watch this. Select that, multi-select that, select the whole thing, and then shift enter, shift enter. Oops, I needed to go to 3 there. It looks like I needed to go. All right, one more time. Select that, select that, select the whole thing. So I've multi-selected those two pieces. Shift enter on that. Nope, sorry. Shift enter. Wow, it's taking a while to do this, isn't it? One more time. Multi-select both of those pieces. Select that whole thing and then shift enter to duplicate the selection. It's cold and we're going to change that to number 3 down there. Duplicate it again. Bludgeoning, go to 4. Is it going to pick it up? It's not picking it up. It was doing it before. I feel like I got a bug. Here, let me report this. All right, to roll back about 30 seconds on this to see this. I'm trying to create this pattern of code here. Is what I'm doing. Not quite seeing how to get it here. I've got, I guess I could go all the way to here and I can say, let's multi-select that, select the whole thing, shift enter, goes to bludgeoning correctly, but this should go, I wanted to go to a 2. Shift enter here, goes to cold correctly, but now I want this to go to 3. Shift enter, I want it to go to 4. I don't understand why it's not seeing the incrementation there and on each one. That's what I'm looking for here. It's getting this increment, but it's not seeing the pattern of the other incrementation there. Don't get and understand that. All right. Duplicate selection. Not seeing pattern. Imagine getting an uwu emote. Pattern of incrementing ints. Second, bludgeoning and cold. Oh, is it really? Oh, you're right. It went back and forth, didn't it? We saw before, if you roll back at one point, it's getting it, and then now it's not. So take a look at that. I don't even get that. Why is that? Shift enter, not going to cold. After cold, I think is fire. It's the second, is the next one. Shift enter, yeah, back to cold again, right? Is that what it is? It is damage type, sorry, over here. Yeah, acid, bludgeoning, cold, fire, force. It was at one point, if you roll back a minute or so, you'll see it, but it's not doing it now. What if I did this? Stop replacing fire with cold in this file. Let's see if we can get it again. After fire is force. Go to 5 and shift enter. Nope, it's going right back down. After force, lightning. Yeah, it's just not doing it. Not incrementing in steps of 1. No, it should be. I don't understand why it's not working. We'll have to just do it by hand, I guess. Lightning, necrotic. Necrotic is, I think, 7. And after necrotic is piercing. should be 8. Poison should be 9. Psychic should be 10. Look at the enum damage type. Oh, you're asking, oh, I think I see what you're saying. You're saying, is it because this is not incrementing by 1? I don't think that's the problem. I don't at all. I feel like if we were create another example, like look at this. Here's proof. I don't think that's the problem, because watch this. If I create a new thing like my proc, and I pass in my damage type dot acid, like there, and I duplicate this line. See that? It's totally getting them. Although it gets to condition, which is the last one, and just repeats it. So it gets it. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. So we'll let the devs look at it and figure it out. Radiant should be 11. And then slashing should be 12. And this should be 13, and it should be thunder. Okay. I wanted the creation of that to be much faster. Let's just double check everything here and look at count through that. We're expecting to get to a count of 13 for thunder, starting at 0 with none. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, that's good. So that should work. Set saving throw ability UI. Should put all these UI setting methods in their own static class. Well, I could do a static method that just gets the index. Yeah, the problem is it can't be static because this is a reference to an instance field right here. So this as it is would have to change in some way. It would look like this. It'd be like D&D utils dot damage type to index. Like this, passing in damage type. That's what it will look like. All right, let's cut that to clipboard. Let's build it, right? Just like Codebase Alpha is suggesting. All right, so we're going to run in here. We're going to build that, put that inside, down low, paste. I have one more thing I want to try. Instead of saying, putting this on 2 lines, I want to see if we can build something here. Going from here to acid, turning 1, and now duplicate line. Still not getting it. Come on. Bludgeoning, return 2. Why don't you see that pattern? It's so clear. Yeah. Let's try this. Let's do this. Let's do that. After cold comes fire. 4, shift enter. Nope, it's just not getting it. To do it by hand. Force, turn 5. Lightning. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it's not seeing this. Yeah, it's, I'm going to report another issue here. It looks good to you. It doesn't look good to me. Let's report a second issue. This is another example of let me delete all of this too. Just so we've got this. Let's do this. Put the word else here. I've got the same kind of situation here. Now I've got it all on one line like this. And basically I want to create code that looks like this. So I start by just hitting duplicate line, and I don't want to change that. Okay, I'm okay with bludgeoning being the next one. Changing that to a 2, shift enter. Cold, I'm okay with that. This should be a 3. Fire, okay, that's not bad. I don't know why it's making these fields though, right? Whereas these are the two things I'm changing every example. Do I have a code rush refactoring to a switch expression available here? Yeah, I should. I should. Let's go to 5 here. Let's do it. Conditional to switch. Then I'm here. Try the same kind of style here. Let's do the same thing. See if we can make it work. I just want to change these 2 items every time. Right here. Shift enter. That's the acid. It's not getting the 1. Shift enter. There we go. There we go. That's what I want. Right there. That's how fast that should be. So, but it took a while to get here. Devs, I'd like you to look at, look at this. Let's take that return, make that a default. Look at a duplicate line right in here. And let's figure it out. Duplicate line, duplicate selection. Make sure that is working like we're expecting. Maybe those aren't the final damage numbers. Wouldn't it be easier to just cast the enum value to an int? Sure would be a lot less code. Yeah, I can't do that because of this. I can't cast it to an int. I guess I could cast it to an int and then see what power of 2 gets it there. There may also be a way to find out the index of an enum with values in here. I'm not sure what that is. I bet that exists. I bet it exists. So yeah, I think it would be a lot easier. Part of the toughness in what we've experienced is me going after understanding the issue, the code rush issue, and trying to fix it. That's what I'm trying to do. No, but I think there is a way to find out the index. I was just not interested in looking it up. I was just kind of interested in kind of forcing this other approach. And when I felt resistance from code rush, I was like, let's go after it, figure out what's going on so we can make code rush better. That's kind of what we were doing. All right, my apologies for that though, but here we go. We've done this now. We now have a simpler line of code right here. And is this C#8 you're using? No, I don't think it is. I don't think I have upgraded that. Still think I'm looking at 7. I should go look into that and make sure I'm using that. How can I tell if I'm using C#8? Is it a property? I'm not sure where it is. Is that a Visual Studio option? Let's go look into it so I can get better informed on this. As a switch expression, C#8. Let me look at that. Oh, cool. Love it. All right. Here comes Code Rush feature request. Kids, I want to have a switch to switch expression refactoring for C#8. So here. So I can come in here and hit the Code Rush key and choose switch to switch expression. That's what I want. So it's going to come in here and turn this into something that looks more like that right there. We can, I don't think I have C#8 installed right now, apparently, because nothing I did that. Looks like a big fat no. If I take all of this out. So, am I matching it? Looks like I'm matching it. So basically looking at that. Looks like we don't have C#8 installed here. Looks like I should work on getting that happening in the near future. Yeah, to simplify this, that's what we want to do. Okay, Codebase Alpha says yes. So let's mark that as feature request. Switch statement to expression. There you go. Let's get that out. Thanks, Codebase Alpha. Okay. I'm now thinking, since these are now just one line of code, we're going to do this. We're going to do CB go to CB ability. CB ability dot selected index equals D&D utils dot saving throw to index. And I'm not sure what we're going to do here. We might want to here, we might be able to, since we're going to do this a couple times, I think we might want to actually look into this. The ability is so short, it's not hard. The next one is going to be a little tricky. That's going to look great now. Yeah. Hold on. I want to do a R here. Turn 0. It brings me down here. I'm going to say this looks like a bug to me as well. Let me go report this. Sorry, kids. I know you just want to watch me write code. But I'm here to expand the R template right there. And watch what happens when I hit the space bar to expand it. It deletes what I wrote, moves the break up here, and puts the return down here. But it's totally valid. Let me undo. It's totally valid to have a return statement right here. Right? IntelliSense gives it to me. There's no problem doing that. If I do it down here, R space, it works. But if I do it here at the end of the line, it's as if a different context is being detected. Is what it appears to happen, and it's moving down. Look into that R template for me, please. All right. CodeRush issue. R template strange expansion at end of case line. Maybe because there's is already break statement? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think there's something else going on. Yeah, it's like deleting everything in that space there. Let's go look at the R template. What's going on? Just control clicking on this. Smart return. Yeah, it's outside my space. So the problem is it's with smart return. So it's not necessarily the template, it's the code in smart return. So we need to fix that. Yeah, because smart return is looking for a variable you can use to return, and it doesn't seem to realize it can do something here. It can do it here. It's just look like it's a simple issue there. So it's not the R template, it's smart return. Devs will be able to figure that out pretty quickly though. Okay, so anyway, we're going to come in here and say return 0. I'm going to try and do the same thing as we did before. Ability, none. Why are we going to acid? What is that? That's because we have two different nones in here. That's okay. Let's undo that and retry one more time. Is the order and ability alphabetical? Nope. Strength, dexterity, constitution. Is it going to work for me now? Huh. Got to dexterity, strength, dexterity. It didn't get to constitution. And after constitution is intelligence, wisdom, charisma. And charisma. And does that give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay. So there is that. Okay. One more to do. This is the tough one right here. I think that's it. Skill filter. Yep, right there. This one's tough because it's got an empty combo box item inside of it. So the whole index thing is a little tricky on that. I think that what I want to do instead is I want to say, hey, set selected item from text. And I want to pass in CB filter, and I want to pass in the name of the enum value. So we're going to say skill check. Is it two-string enough? I don't know if it is. I don't remember if it is or not in C#, if this is going to work or not. Let's see what we get. I know in TypeScript that doesn't work, but I think in C script that might work. And I almost want to set a breakpoint right here. Not too tough for us, though. Thanks, Codebase Alpha. Go devs. All right, let me close this one down. Let's see if we can build. I didn't quite hit the build all key. Looks like it's starting now. Okay, there it is right behind me. There's the progress bar. You can see just a little bit of it going green right there. All right, good. Build succeeded. I want to make sure we're going to call this because I want to. I want my breakpoint there. Let's make sure we're called here. We're called here. And we're called in the new activate shortcut. I should say that this does nothing. Well, although get from does. That looks like that works a little bit. Set a breakpoint here. All right, let's run it.
Big love nuts.
All right, here comes initialize player data.
Merkin.
Set selected item from text. What's my string? It's none. All right, that's sweet. Now I want to do this. Combo box dot what items? I think there's just an items, isn't there? There is. And I want to do, I think, for each in items. And I think I want to, all right, let's do this. If item, I don't even know what this is yet. What's a combo box item actually? Wait. Okay, if it's a combo box item, then we're going to say, hey, if combo box item dot content dot toString dot, wait, if I'm here and I do a dot, yeah, this is a kind of a cool new feature that we recently put out. It's smart dot. So if I'm here and I type in dot, it gets me outside and brings up IntelliSense like that. So I can say like to lower like that. Get that, hit a dot here. Now I can keep going if I want to, right? Just so I'm inside here and I hit the dot. I have a vision in terms of taking this into a better place, but it's not bad so far. All right, so if that is equal to stir dot to lower, then I want to say return combo box item. No, sorry, hold on. Then I want to say, I definitely want to return here. I want to say combo box dot selected item equals combo box item, and then get out. That's what I want to do. So we're either going to exit here or we're going to exit here. Let's just run and see what we get, hoping to get here. Didn't get there. The string is none. Why don't we get that? Let's come back up here. Set next statement. We're going to get here. Okay, we do. Okay, first one is acrobatics. Because we don't have a none inside of it. Are we sure we don't have a none in it? Oh, you know what? Well, wait. We don't have a none. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I think I want to do this. I want to do that. That should handle this situation. So let's clear the breakpoints here and here. I'm only interested in really hitting that breakpoint for right now. Okay, so now let's try like clicking on one of these. What happens? Nothing is happening right now, or not entirely everything is happening that we happened before. We used to have an underline that would appear. That's no longer happening. So let's look at activate shortcut. Kind of got to reinstate some of the pieces we had before. Highlight player shortcut UI. What's the index going on in there? Okay, so that line of code we still need. We need something like this up in this space, probably here. Doesn't like modifying the finally clause. All right. Set the breakpoint here. All right, now that we got it, now it seems to indicate that something's happening, and we can see the die roll changes, apparently making changes here too. But I'm not seeing what kind of attack roll this is when I click on Chaos Bolt or Ray of Frost, that sort of thing. But I am seeing the die rolls seemingly update. What about my dagger, bringing out the dagger? Nothing for the dagger, nothing for the crossbow. But I am getting the spells. So that's not bad. Modifier doesn't look like it's being... Oh, modifier is being changed for crossbow and dagger. Okay. Let's say we want to do a skill check. Arcana. So we've made the change in one direction. How do we test the code? think I'm going to just write some temporary code to test this is what I think I'm going to do. Let's click on Dagger. Let's go to we're going to change the roll type. Type is equal to dice roll type dot saving throw. And we'll make it a dexterity saving throw, like that. So we're just going to add this code here and see what happens when we get down there. Do we get inside that? We do. All right. So keep running. And now we should say, see, oh, nice, saving throw Constitution. Okay, cool. Let's make another change in here. Let's hit Dagger again. And current roll dot type is equal to dice roll type dot skill check. This one's a little trickier, has a couple more that we need to check inside here. Current roll dot skill check is equal to skills dot I don't know, let's throw intelligence at it first. And there we go, we found the item, intelligence. Good, I'm going to clear that. Check box. Should have been dexterity though, right? Oh, you're saying the saving throw is the wrong one? Did it get the wrong one? Let's check that. I didn't think I thought we did. Let's go find out. You're right. Dexterity, got the wrong one. Let's go figure that out. Good job spotting that, Codespace Alpha. I appreciate that. Ability, saving throw to index. I say we throw this other option at it instead. We just do this. And we do ability here. And we're going to say dice roll dot ability. Is it ability? It is saving throw to strength. And we do the same thing here for the damage. Like that. Okay, run it. No, run it. So we saw intelligence work. Let's go back to this. Make sure it's dexterity coming through. Run it. There it is, dexterity. Let's do it again and let's make some damage coming out here. Let's do some force damage, run it. Looks good. The names of these are all going to match. Oh, we're going to have a problem with sleight of hand on my skill check. Anything animal handling and sleight of hand we're going to have some trouble with, I think. Let's go take a look at that. Let's go back to skill check here. Code-based alpha, you're so good. You're so good. Sorry, not that one, this one. So we got two skill checks that are going to be tough. Animal handling. And the other one, sleight of hand, because they include words in the middle of them. So the enum's not going to match. So... So my problem is in the skill filter. It's in this one right here. I think, however, I might have something in D&D utils. Dot skill to skill display string. I think that might work. Let's run it. So sleight of hand comes up. Good. Let's do it again and change it from sleight of hand to animal handling. See if we nail that. It does. It works. It seems to work. All right. So that's good. Those pieces are good. Skill check is selected. Saving throw should be. I don't remember if saving throw was selected before, but it should be. When we come back over to here. Let's pick another one in here. Let's do Constitution, like that. Let's run it. Should see saving throw and Constitution checked. Saving throw, it is not. Saving throw is not checked, but Constitution is selected. Also, this animal handling wasn't removed. Oh, is it because we're modifying this? Or we know we're doing a new get from. Wait. It wasn't removed because we still have the line of code being executed right here. It's almost as if someone designed this code. Your brain is bubbling. Yeah, that happens. Happens sometimes when I'm thinking hard. Okay, so I think that's okay. Let's remove that line of code. Let's comment this out, and we should no longer have the saving throw option filled in for us. Good. That's not filled in anymore. Let's do one more damage type in here. Psychic damage. Run. Yep, it's there. That's good. Why isn't it, if I just click on this, let's see what happens when we click on this. It still thinks we're doing a skill check. So that means the attack, the type is not set as an attack. Oh, it sets the type as none. I think player action shortcut maybe needs to have a dice roll type associated with it. That's what I think. I was thinking this yesterday. What if Mark designed the code? Yeah, what about that guy? Let's explore this a little bit. So the question is, should dice roll type be part of player action shortcut? And I'm kind of moving, it must have been Rory. Maybe. You never know. Okay. Dice roll type. So that's a little tricky because I want to know what type of roll it is. How was I figuring that out before? Oh, it does have a type in it. And it's dice roll type. It does have it already. Okay, so hold on. Let me kill the app a second. Jeff is asking how things are coming along. Hold on a second. Live coding. Expect to stop soon. And work on your video then. How are you doing for time? Sounds like you need this now. See what he says to that. Yeah, let's change this. Skid from only called from that location. Okay. I'm going to change this. I'm going to get rid of this usage here. And we're going to change this to new dice roll. We're going to pass in action shortcut .type. And trust that that value has been set correctly by the time we get here. That means that this is just used. Add crit fail messages for that as well. Sooner the better, says Jeff. Okay, I'll tell him I'm going to stop soon. Okay. So this will be the last thing we do today. Dice roll type. Where will you use dice roll type? Jeff says thanks. Okay. Now we can remove this parameter. Why can I remove it? It's got an initial value. Is that what it is? There. Now I can remove it. Remove unused parameter is really not here. One more time. CodeRush, you got it? Okay, got to report this. I'm expecting remove unused parameter to be here. It used to have this on the end of it, and I took it out. And I'm hitting the CodeRush key here. I do not see remove unused parameter in this space right here. Check the logs. See what you get. All right. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to tab to next reference so all the others manually take it out. That's it. Just those two places. Okay. All right. So with that, let's try running. See if it'll work. Where's the app we started? I hit run. It's going into debug mode. Let's take that test code out of the dagger piece that we have.
Working.
Yeah, it's getting attacked right there. Now that's what we wanted. Nice. Better. Feeling better already. Dagger. Take out this extra code here. We don't need this anymore. I'm going to just kill all of that. All right. Yeah, that was my test code. Didn't need that. Let's raid Guy Rosie when you end. Wait, I started a raid to another, to CSARP Fritz. It's Guy Rosie. I don't have Guy Rosie in there. I'm not following him. Let's go figure that out. Guy Royce. Not Rosie, Royce.
There we go.
You got it.
Okay, so one of the things I was thinking about
Here
was
comes the raid.
command processor here. I've got this dungeon that is not terribly testable because it's using graph, and it might be worthwhile to create some sort of a real thin layer around our graph requests.
Here it comes.
So
There you
that
go.
we can mock them out easily, so that we can have like a fetch single node or fetch relationship or something like that.